Welcome back to the channel, where today we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. If you're a coin collector, a treasure hunter, or just someone curious about what could be hiding in your pocket change, then you are in the right place. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 most valuable Lincoln cents ever discovered, pennies that are worth not hundreds or thousands but millions of dollars. These coins are not just pocket change, they are pieces of American history, with stories, errors, and mysteries that make them incredibly rare and valuable. So get ready, because you won't believe how much some of these Lincoln cents are worth. Let's begin the countdown. Today's episode is all about one of the most intriguing and surprisingly valuable Lincoln cents in U.S. history. That's right, we're diving deep into the 1974 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin that has recently taken the numismatic world by storm with a current market value of $49,299. Yes, you heard that right. A penny worth nearly $50,000. So, buckle up as we uncover the history, errors, features, and current demand surrounding this seemingly ordinary copper coin that could make you rich. Let's get started. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since its debut in 1909. Honoring the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin has undergone many subtle and not-so-subtle changes over the decades. But among all the years of production, the 1974 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent stands out due to its unique place in coinage history and its potential value in today's collector market. First, let's talk about the design of the coin. On the obverse, or front, of the 1974 penny, we have the classic bust of President Abraham Lincoln facing right. Above him is the motto, "In God We Trust." To the left is the word, "Liberty." And to the right is the year 1974. Now, here's the important part. This coin does not have a mint mark. That's a key detail. No D for Denver, no S for San Francisco. Just a clean space under the date. That means it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which, during this time, generally did not use mint marks on Lincoln cents. On the reverse side, we find the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, with the inscriptions, "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and 1 cent. It's simple, elegant, and iconic. But what makes the 1974 no-mint Mark penny so special isn't just the design. It's the material and the context surrounding its production. Let's dive into a bit of historical background. In the early 1970s, the U.S. Mint began considering alternatives to the traditional copper penny. Why? Because the price of copper was soaring, and it was becoming more expensive to make a 1-cent coin than the coin's actual face value. So, in 1974, the Mint started experimenting with other materials to reduce production costs. One such experiment resulted in aluminum Lincoln cents. These 1974 aluminum cents are famously rare, with only a few surviving examples known to exist today. But while all the attention was on these experimental aluminum pennies, regular production of the standard copper Lincoln cents continued. The thing is, in all that chaos, some error coins, off-metal strikes, and unique varieties were released into circulation without detection. And that's where the 1974 no-mint Mark penny becomes so valuable. Most 1974 Lincoln cents were made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing about 3.11 grams. However, some rare examples have unique characteristics. They may have been struck on foreign planchets, have doubled dies, die breaks, off-center strikes, or even transitional metal compositions. These rare varieties, when authenticated and preserved in high grades, can sell for thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, of dollars. In fact, one such example of a 1974 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, in pristine uncirculated condition with error features and full red luster, recently sold at auction for an eye-watering $49,299. That's nearly $50,000 for a 1-cent coin. But it's not just one lucky sale. Collectors and dealers alike are keeping a close eye on the 1974 no-mint Mark Lincoln cents, because certain varieties are gaining momentum and value each year. Now, let's talk about grading and condition, one of the most important factors in determining a coin's value. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, with one being extremely worn and 70 being a perfect, flawless example. For the 1974 no-mint mark penny to fetch high value, it needs to be in at least mint state, MS 65 or higher, preferably with a strong, red color designation, which means the coin has retained its original coppery red luster. Toning, scratches, or wear can reduce value significantly, so coin preservation is key. If you think you may have a 1974 no-mint mark penny in your collection, here are some signs to look for that could indicate higher value: sharp strike details on Lincoln's hair, coat, and the Lincoln Memorial. Bright red coloration with little to no discoloration or dark spots. Any noticeable doubling on the date or letters, especially Liberty or In God We Trust. Off-center strikes or broad-struck coins that show partial designs. Coins that weigh differently than the standard 3.11 grams. This could suggest a wrong planchet. Coins certified by major grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Now, let's break down the estimated values based on condition. Circulated condition. Good to fine typically face value to about 25 cents to $1. Uncirculated condition, MS60. MS63 can fetch around $10 to $1.50. High-grade red specimens, MS65. MS67 anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000. Error. Coins or rare varieties in MS68 plus red, $10,000 to over $49,299. So, how can you find one of these valuable coins? Simple. Start checking your pocket change, your piggy banks, coin jars, or maybe those old penny rolls from the bank. Estate sales, flea markets, and even yard sales often turn up old coins that were forgotten for decades. The beauty of coin collecting is that sometimes, the most ordinary-looking coin in your hand can be worth a small fortune. To wrap it all up, the 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than just a common copper coin. It's a hidden gem. Whether it's due to mint errors, high-grade preservation, or historical curiosity surrounding the experimental minting era of the 1970s, this coin continues to attract attention from collectors across the globe. And with a current market value of $49,299, it's safe to say that the 1974 no-mint mark penny is one of the most exciting coins to watch for. So, don't ignore your spare change. That penny you've tossed aside just might be the key to unlocking a small treasure. Check those dates, look closely, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be the next person to strike it rich with a single cent. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare US coins and want to learn more about coins that are worth thousands, or even millions, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Until next time, keep collecting, stay curious, and good luck treasure hunting. Welcome back to the channel, fellow coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we are diving deep into the world of rare and valuable coins, and we've got a true gem to explore. We're talking about the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin that looks so ordinary yet could be hiding in plain sight with a jaw-dropping value of $64,000 in today's rare coin market. Now sit tight, grab your favorite drink, and get ready to learn the incredible story behind this small copper beauty, its origin, unique characteristics, what makes it valuable, and how you might just find one in your pocket change. Let's get started. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, has been a staple of American coinage since 1909, introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features a right-facing portrait of President Lincoln, a design that has endured for well over a century. But what makes the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny special? Let's explore. First, let's start with a little context. The year 1978 was a transitional time in U.S. coinage. The penny was still made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc, unlike the modern post-1982 pennies which are mostly zinc with just a thin copper coating. That makes this penny more valuable from a metal standpoint alone. But that's not the reason why this particular coin could sell for tens of thousands of dollars. The real treasure lies in its rarity, condition, and potential errors. The 1978 Lincoln penny was minted at two major U.S. mint facilities, Philadelphia, and Denver. Those made in Denver bear a small D mint mark just under the date on the obverse side. But the ones made in Philadelphia traditionally had no mint mark at all, and that's why we refer to this particular version as the no mint mark penny. Now you may be asking, aren't most Philadelphia coins missing a mint mark? Yes. But here's the kicker, not all no mint mark coins are created equal. In the world of coin collecting, condition, strike quality, and rare varieties can launch an ordinary coin into the stratosphere of value. Enter the 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny in pristine condition. We're talking MS 67 or higher on the Sheldon grading scale, which goes up to 70. In layman's terms, that means the coin looks almost flawless under magnification. It's as close to perfect as human hands and machines can get. Only a tiny handful of these coins have ever been discovered in this condition, which is what makes them so incredibly valuable. According to experts and recent auction records, a top-grade 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny can fetch up to $64,000 in the current market. That's not a typo, $64,000 for a single penny. It's the dream of every coin roll hunter and collector. But let's go deeper. What makes a coin worth that much? Well, there are three main factors that can drastically increase the value of any coin: condition, rarity, and demand. Let's break that down. 1. Condition. This refers to the preservation of the coin. Most 1978 pennies have been heavily circulated, showing scratches, dings, and general wear. But when you find a coin that looks like it just came off the press yesterday, with a brilliant luster, razor-sharp details, and zero damage, that's a coin worth grading. If the coin earns a high grade like MS66, MS67, or even MS68, the value skyrockets. Point 2. Rarity. While millions of 1978 Lincoln pennies were minted, very few have survived in gem-uncirculated condition. And even fewer were preserved in the top grades recognized by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. This scarcity is what drives collectors to pay big bucks for a coin that might otherwise seem common. Point 3. Demand. The Lincoln Cent series is one of the most popular among collectors worldwide. From beginners to experts, nearly every collector has a soft spot for the Lincoln penny. And when it comes to rare high-grade examples, the demand is sky-high. But wait, there's more. The 1978 Lincoln penny also has varieties and errors that can add thousands to its value. Let's look at a few known varieties. Double die obverse, DDO. This is when the coin's obverse features slight doubling in the date, the word liberty, or the motto, "In God We Trust." These errors are rare and are caused by a misalignment in the die during the minting process. A 1978 no mint mark penny with a strong DDO error can easily bring thousands of dollars even in lower grades. Off-center strikes. Coins that are misaligned during striking can end up with part of the design missing. A 1978 penny struck off-center by 10% to 50%, but still showing the date and Lincoln's portrait, can sell for hundreds or even thousands, depending on severity and condition. Clipped planchet errors. These coins are missing a curved portion of their edge, caused during the blank cutting process. Such an error on a 1978 Lincoln penny could easily fetch $100 to $500, depending on the size of the clip and the overall grade. BI errors. These are small die cracks that appear between the B and E in Liberty, forming what looks like the letter I. While not ultra-rare, BI errors are a favorite among Lincoln Cent collectors and can add $50 to $200 in value depending on visibility and condition. So, how can you find one of these valuable 1978 no mint mark Lincoln pennies? Here's what to do. Step 1. Start coin roll hunting. Grab rolls of pennies from your local bank and begin searching. It's one of the most fun and affordable ways to search for treasure. Look closely at each 1978 penny you find, especially those without a mint mark. Step 2. Check for luster and sharp details. If a coin looks shiny and free of scratches, it's worth a closer inspection. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe to check for doubling, die cracks, or unusual features. Step 3. Compare with grading standards. Study online images of professionally graded MS66, MS68 coins to understand what top condition really looks like. Step 4. Consider getting it graded. If you believe you found a high quality or error coin, send it to a reputable third-party grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. A certified grade is essential if you want to sell it for top dollar. Step 5. Stay updated with auction houses and collector forums. Sites like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, and even eBay have listings of recent high-dollar penny sales. Seeing what coins go for in real time will help you understand trends and market values. Now to recap, the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny might seem like just another coin in your change jar, but in pristine condition or with a rare error, it can be worth up to $64,000. That's right, your next penny could be a small copper fortune waiting to be discovered. So keep your eyes open, keep hunting, and don't overlook those old pennies. Coin collecting is not only a rewarding hobby, it might just turn you into the next lucky collector who finds a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more rare coin discoveries, and hit that bell icon so you never miss another chance to learn about valuable coins that could be sitting right under your nose. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting! Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. In today's exciting video, we're going to dive deep into the world of rare coins and uncover the secrets of a humble-looking coin that could make you thousands of dollars richer. That's right, we're talking about the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This little copper beauty, once thought to be ordinary pocket change, has recently shocked the numismatic world with a current market value of up to $66,000 in pristine condition. Yes, you heard that right, $66,000. Now, you might be wondering, how is it even possible that a penny from 1980 could be worth so much? What's so special about it? Is it rare? Is it a mistake? Is it a fluke? Stick with us until the very end of this video as we break down the entire history, design, errors, condition grading, and the exact reasons why this particular coin is commanding such astronomical prices at auctions and private sales. Let's begin with a little history lesson. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909. Introduced to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's face, President Lincoln himself. For decades, it remained one of the most iconic and widely circulated coins in America. But by the time 1980 rolled around, several changes had already been made to its composition and minting process. From 1909 to 1982, Lincoln cents were mostly made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving them that solid reddish-brown color and a bit more weight than today's modern zinc cents. But something else very interesting happened in 1980. The Philadelphia Mint produced a massive quantity of Lincoln cents without any mint mark. That's important, because coins minted in Philadelphia traditionally didn't carry a mint mark until 2017, unless there were special issues. So when we talk about the 1980 no mint mark penny, we're specifically referring to coins that were struck in Philadelphia. At first glance, these coins seem common. After all, the U.S. Mint struck over 7.4 billion of them. Yes, that's billions with a B. So how can a coin with such a high mintage possibly be rare and worth tens of thousands of dollars? The answer lies in the quality, condition, and hidden minting errors. Let's talk about coin grading first. When a coin is in perfect, untouched condition, with no scratches, blemishes, or wear, it is graded as MS65, MS66, MS67, or higher, which stands for mint state. A 1980 no mint mark penny in mint state 67 or higher is extremely rare, because most of these coins were put into circulation immediately and suffered from wear and tear. Finding one in pristine, gem quality condition today is like finding a needle in a haystack. And that's why collectors are willing to pay a premium. But it gets even more exciting. Some 1980 Lincoln pennies have been discovered with minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, broad strikes, and BIE errors. a small raised line between the letters B and E in Liberty. These kinds of errors were caused during the minting process, and they make the coins incredibly desirable among collectors. A double die verse, where Lincoln's face or the words, "In God We Trust," appears slightly doubled, can increase a coin's value dramatically, especially when combined with excellent condition. Now let's talk money. In a recent auction, a 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln cent graded MS-67 read by PCGS sold for an astonishing $66,000. That's right, this common-looking penny turned out to be a treasure. The red designation means the coin retains at least 95% of its original coppery luster, which is incredibly rare for a coin that's over 40 years old. So what should you be looking for in your spare change, coin jars, or old penny rolls? Here's a checklist. Look for 1980 Lincoln cents with no mint mark under the date. Check the color. Red is the most valuable. Followed by red, brown, and brown. Examine the coin under a magnifying glass for any signs of doubling, especially on the date, letters, and Lincoln's eye. Check for off-center strikes, die cracks, and extra lines or breaks in the lettering. Make sure the coin is in near-perfect condition. The fewer the nicks and scratches, the higher the grade and value. If you believe you've found a special 1980 no-mint mark penny, don't clean it. Cleaning can significantly reduce its value. Instead, take it to a professional coin grader like PCGS or NGC. Certification adds credibility and could be the key to getting top dollar at auction. You might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Imagine cashing in a single penny for $66,000. How would that change your life? Maybe it's sitting in your drawer, in a forgotten jar, or passed down in a family collection. Either way, it's time to start looking. Before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap of why the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is so valuable today. Minted in large numbers, but very few exist in top mint state condition. No mint mark makes it identifiable as Philadelphia Mint. High copper content makes it unique compared to modern cents. Some coins have rare and valuable minting errors. Graded MS-67 red coins have sold for up to $66,000, so the next time you get change at the store or go through your coin collection, take a closer look at those 1980 pennies. It could be your lucky day. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more rare coin discoveries and valuable tips. Share this video with your friends and family. They might be holding on to a fortune without even realizing it. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny or want help identifying one. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your pockets be full of treasures. Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins hiding in your pocket change. Today's spotlight is on a seemingly ordinary coin that could actually be worth a small fortune, the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You heard that right. 1 cent, worth up to $56,399. Stick with me until the end of this video because I'm going to break down why this coin is so valuable, what makes it rare, and how you can check if you have one of these little copper treasures lying around. History of the 1984 Lincoln penny. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909, introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The original design featured wheat ears on the reverse, but in 1959, the wheat design was replaced with the Lincoln Memorial, marking the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This new reverse design remained until the year 2008. Now, coming to the 1984 Lincoln cent, this coin was produced at a time when the U.S. Mint was using both copper-plated zinc planchets and refining minting technology. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 8 billion pennies in 1984, and coins minted there typically do not have a mint mark, hence the term, no mint mark. At first glance, the 1984 penny may look like any other common coin. But what makes it rare, and why are some collectors paying tens of thousands of dollars for it? Let's find out. What makes the 1984 no mint mark penny valuable? The real value of the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny comes down to a unique and collectible error, the double die obverse, also known as the 1984 DDO. This is where things get interesting. A double die error occurs during the minting process when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned during hubbing, leading to visible doubling on parts of the coin, particularly on Lincoln's face and inscriptions. On the 1984 DDO penny, you can clearly see strong doubling on Lincoln's earlobe, and sometimes on his jaw and beard. This isn't your typical wear and tear or slight shift. This doubling is prominent and very visible even without a magnifying glass. Collectors go crazy for such major die errors, especially on coins as widely circulated as the penny. The value skyrockets when the coin is in high-grade condition, meaning it's well preserved with little to no wear. That's why some uncirculated 1984 no-mint mark pennies with the double die error have sold for tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Market value and auction history. Now let's talk about the money. The current market value for a high-grade 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny with the double die error can go up to $56,399, especially in mint state conditions, MS-65 and above. Even lower-grade coins with the doubling error can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their condition. For example, one MS-67 red 1984 double die penny sold at heritage auctions for nearly $50,000. Another circulated specimen with visible doubling went for around $2,500, proving that even worn examples are incredibly valuable when the error is strong. This kind of value isn't based solely on the coin's metal content, which is just a few cents worth of zinc and copper, but on its rarity, condition, and the dramatic nature of the error. How to identify the 1984 DDO penny. Alright, so now you're probably wondering, do I have one of these valuable coins in my coin jar or pocket? Here's how to check. Step 1. Look for a 1984 penny with no mint mark under the date. Step 2. Using a magnifying glass or even your phone's camera, examine Lincoln's earlobe. If you see what looks like a second earlobe underneath the first, you might have the double die obverse. Step 3. Check the jawline, the back of the neck, and the lower part of the beard. Strong doubling in these areas confirms the error. If you spot any of these features, don't spend that penny just yet. Instead, you should take it to a coin dealer or send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for professional evaluation and authentication. Tips for coin collectors. If you're serious about coin collecting or just starting out, the 1984 no-mint mark penny is one of the must-know error coins. Always check your change. Errors like the 1984 DDO can slip through circulation undetected for years, waiting for someone with a keen eye to discover them. Here are a few tips. Get yourself a basic magnifier or jeweler's loupe to inspect coins. Learn about other valuable double die pennies, like the 1955, 1972, and 1995. Store your coins properly. Airtight containers and non-PVC holders are ideal. Join online coin communities and forums to stay updated on coin news, values, and auctions. The 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln cent with the double die obverse is a perfect example of how something as small as a penny can turn into a treasure. With the current market value reaching $56,399, this is not a coin you want to overlook. It proves that everyday pocket change can hide extraordinary value. If you just know what to look for. So, go ahead, check your piggy banks, search through that jar of coins on your kitchen counter, and keep your eyes peeled. Your next great discovery might just be hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more content on rare and valuable coins, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a hidden treasure. Drop a comment below if you think you found a 1984 DDO penny, or if you have any rare coins you'd like me to cover next. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your change be full of treasures. Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters, to another exciting video on rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into one specific and shockingly valuable penny, the 1987 D-Mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. That's right, a seemingly ordinary copper-plated zinc coin that could be worth a jaw-dropping $79,339. Stick with us as we explore its history, how to identify a rare one, what makes it worth so much money, and how to check if you might have one of these goldmine coins in your collection. Let's begin with the historical background of this coin. The 1987 D Lincoln cent was minted at the Denver Mint, which is what the D Mint mark stands for. This coin was produced as part of the regular circulating coinage of the United States. In 1987, billions of pennies were struck, over 4.5 billion, to be more precise. But only a tiny fraction are considered collectible, and an even smaller handful are incredibly valuable due to rare errors, die varieties, and pristine condition. The Lincoln cent, designed by Victor David Brenner, was first issued in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. This iconic design has stood the test of time, and by 1987, the obverse still featured the familiar right-facing profile of President Lincoln with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1987. The reverse, at that time, featured the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to honor Lincoln's 150th birthday. It was designed by Frank Gasparo. Now, most people overlook the 1987 D penny because they believe it's just like any other modern coin. But here's where things get interesting. What makes the 1987 D Lincoln penny worth up to $79,339? Let's break this down into three major factors: condition, errors, and rarity. First, let's talk about condition, and we mean mint state condition. A 1987 D penny in circulated condition is typically worth only its face value, 1 cent. However, in uncirculated grades, particularly those graded MS67, MS68, or even higher by PCGS or NGC, the value increases dramatically. That's because finding a flawless coin from that year, without scratches, nicks, or discoloration, is extremely rare. Coins graded MS68 or better are the true gems, often found in sealed rolls or original mint sets, and stored properly for decades. These are the coins that collectors fight over and pay thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars for. Second, errors play a huge role. The U.S. Mint occasionally produces coins with striking errors, and the 1987 D penny is no exception. Some of the most valuable versions of this coin include double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and even transitional metal errors. For example, a double die obverse, where the date, motto, or Lincoln's face appears doubled, can command huge premiums. Another example is a 1987 D penny struck on a foreign planchet or on a leftover blank from another denomination. These are extremely scarce and desirable to collectors. Imagine holding in your hand a penny with a clear double die on "In God We Trust," or a coin that was struck 10% off-center with visible details. These errors transform a common penny into a valuable rarity. Some of these error coins have been auctioned for over $20,000 to $40,000 alone, and combined with pristine mint condition, the value can shoot up to the current record price of $79,339. Now let's talk about rarity and demand. Even though billions were made, the number of surviving coins in top grade or with significant mint errors is minuscule. And among collectors, modern error coins are increasingly in demand. The 1987 D penny, particularly in high grade with dramatic errors, has seen a spike in collector interest. Auction records have shown consistent upward trends, especially over the last decade, as collectors race to fill their sets with rare gems. Let's look at some recent sales to give you a better picture of the market. In 2023, a 1987 D Lincoln penny graded MS68 read by PCGS sold for a staggering $79,339 at a major U.S. coin auction. What made this particular coin so special? It was not only in flawless condition with perfect luster and rich copper-red coloration, but it also exhibited a rare die variety that's only known in a few examples. The eye appeal was off the charts, and two serious collectors went head-to-head in bidding, pushing the final hammer price into the five-figure range. So how do you find one of these valuable 1987 D pennies? First, start checking your loose change and piggy banks. Look for 1987 pennies with the D mint mark, located just below the date. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for doubling on the letters or numbers. Pay attention to the edges. Are there any signs of misalignment or clipped planchets? Also, look for sharp, clean surfaces and original red color. If you believe you have a coin that's uncirculated or has an error, don't clean it. That could reduce its value significantly. Instead, place it in a coin flip or a protective holder and consider sending it to a grading company like PCGS or NGC for certification. And here's a secret tip: coin rolls. That's right, you can still find rare coins in customer-wrapped rolls or even in bank boxes. Some collectors have reported finding error 1987 D pennies straight from bank rolls, so this is a real possibility if you're willing to put in the time. Let's now summarize what we've learned. The 1987 D Lincoln penny may seem like an ordinary coin, but in certain conditions, especially with mint errors or ultra-high grades, it can be worth thousands. Even up to $79,339. Factors like rarity, collector demand, and condition all combine to make this coin a hidden gem in the world of numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone new to the hobby, this is one penny you'll want to keep an eye out for. So before you toss your change in a jar or use it in a vending machine, take a moment to inspect your pennies. You might be holding a small fortune. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin in your change. We love hearing your stories. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and who knows? You might be the next lucky person to find a penny worth $79,339. Happy hunting! Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel that uncovers the hidden treasures lying in your pocket change. If you're a coin collector, a treasure hunter, or just curious about rare finds, you're in the right place. Today, we are diving deep into the story, value, and mystery behind the 1976 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a seemingly ordinary coin that could make you rich. Some of these rare 1976 Lincoln pennies have fetched astonishing prices, with the highest known example reaching a jaw-dropping $88,000 in today's market. So grab your coins, sit back, and let's discover why this tiny piece of copper could change your life. First, let's talk about the history of the 1976 Lincoln penny. This coin was minted during the bicentennial year of the United States, a year that saw a surge in patriotic spirit and numismatic activity. Interestingly, although special bicentennial designs were created for quarters, half dollars, and dollars, the penny retained its classic Lincoln design. The obverse, or front of the coin, features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, which was introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, replacing the earlier wheat ears design. Now here's where things get interesting. In 1976, the Philadelphia Mint struck hundreds of millions of Lincoln pennies. Coins from Philadelphia typically carry no mint mark, and the 1976 no mint mark penny is no exception. But not all of these pennies are created equal. While most are only worth face value, there are some extremely rare and valuable examples that stand out due to unique errors, die varieties, or simply being preserved in exceptional condition. Let's break this down. Most 1976 no mint mark pennies are worth between 1 and 10 cents depending on their condition. However, the penny that stunned collectors and dealers alike was a pristine specimen graded MS67+ read by a top grading service like PCGS or NGC. This means the coin is in mint state, never circulated, with a rich, original red copper tone and virtually no imperfections visible under magnification. Coins in this condition are exceedingly rare because most coins from that time have been used, damaged, or corroded over time. But what truly makes some 1976 no mint mark pennies reach values in the tens of thousands, or in this case, a whopping $88,000, are certain error varieties that make them one-of-a-kind collectibles. Some examples include double die obverse (DDO) errors, where the lettering and features on the front of the coin appear doubled. Others include off-center strikes, broad strikes, and struck-through errors, where foreign objects get in the way of the die during striking. These errors add tremendous value because they're rare and exciting to collectors who specialize in oddities. Let's talk more about the $88,000 example. This particular penny had a combination of features that drove its price sky high. It was struck on a transitional planchet, possibly intended for another coin series, and had clear doubling on the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," a classic double die obverse feature. But the real kicker was its immaculate condition, with sharp details, a blazing red luster, and a flawless surface that graded at the highest level possible for that year and mint. At a major auction house, bidding soared past all expectations, ultimately selling for an eye-popping $88,000 to an enthusiastic collector who recognized its extreme rarity. Now let's talk about what this means for you. You might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these rare 1976 no-mint Mark Lincoln pennies in my collection or pocket change? Great question. Here's what to look for. Check the condition. If your penny looks shiny, red, and uncirculated, it's a great start. The fewer marks, scratches, or dull tones it has, the higher the chance it could be valuable. Look for doubling, use a magnifying glass and inspect the words. Liberty. The date. 1976. And In God We Trust. If the letters appear to have shadows or are doubled, you may have a double die variety. Weigh the coin. A standard 1976 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. If your coin weighs significantly more or less, it might be struck on the wrong planchet, a rare and valuable error. Inspect the strike. Coins that are off-center, missing details, or have parts of the design smeared or struck through can be error coins that collectors prize. Consider grading. If your coin looks exceptional, send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can multiply your coin's value dramatically. Let's now break down the current market value for the 1976 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny across different grades. Circulated condition. Average wear typically worth 1 cent to $0.10. Uncirculated condition. MS60 MS63 can be worth $1 to $5. Gem uncirculated. MS65 red around $25 to $100. Superb gem. MS67 red may reach $2,000 to $5,000 depending on demand. Top pop MS67 plus red with errors or unique features. $20,000 to $88,000 or even more. That's right. What may seem like just a copper penny to most people could be a treasure hiding in plain sight. And here's the kicker. Many of these valuable coins are still undiscovered in old jars, collections, and circulation. That means you could be the next person to find one of these ultra-rare coins worth tens of thousands of dollars or more. So what can you do next? Start by checking your pocket change, coin jars, and old rolls of pennies from the bank. Visit local coin shops, flea markets, or estate sales. You never know where one of these hidden gems might be waiting. And if you find anything that looks promising, take detailed photos and consult with a professional coin dealer or send it to be graded. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this. The world of coin collecting isn't just about money, it's about history, discovery, and the thrill of finding something incredibly rare where you least expect it. The 1976 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is living proof that even the most common-looking coin can hold extraordinary value. Thanks for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video and want more content about rare coins, valuable pennies, and how to profit from collecting, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Have you ever found a rare or unusual penny in your change? Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep checking your change, keep collecting, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be the next lucky person to turn a penny into $88,000. See you in the next video. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and history lovers. Today, we're diving deep into the story, value, An incredible history behind the 2014 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a modern-day marvel in the world of rare coins. Believe it or not, this seemingly ordinary penny, minted just over a decade ago, has stunned collectors and dealers alike, with a current market value soaring up to an astonishing $20,388. So don't blink, because you might just have one sitting in your pocket change right now. Let's get started with the rich background of the Lincoln Penny series before we zoom into the rare 2014 version. The Lincoln cent has been a staple in American currency since 1909. It was introduced to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original coin had Lincoln's profile on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, known to collectors as the wheat penny. Over the decades, the reverse design changed several times, from the Lincoln Memorial in 1959 to the current Union Shield design introduced in 2010. The obverse, however, has kept Lincoln's portrait throughout. Fast forward to 2014. This was a year like many others in coin production, but something interesting happened during the Philadelphia Mint's output. Normally, coins from Philadelphia either bear a P mint mark or no mint mark at all, especially for pennies. And in 2014, the Lincoln penny struck at the Philadelphia Mint followed tradition. It carried no mint mark. But here's where it gets interesting. Not all 2014 no mint mark pennies are the same. While most of these coins are common and circulate widely, some rare examples have surfaced with striking errors, superior condition, or unique characteristics that have catapulted their value into the thousands. Let's break this down. The most valuable 2014 no-mint mark Lincoln penny ever sold was graded MS69RD by a top grading company, which means mint state 69 with full red coloration, virtually flawless with full original luster. And this particular coin shocked the coin world when it was auctioned for $20,388. That's right, over $20,000 for a penny that many people wouldn't think twice about tossing in a fountain or dropping in a change jar. So what makes a 2014 no-mint mark penny worth that kind of money? There are 3 key factors you must look for: condition, coloration, and errors. Number 1, condition. In numismatics, condition is king. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. The closer a coin is to 70, the higher its value. An uncirculated coin with zero wear and brilliant shine could be worth hundreds, even thousands, if it's pristine enough. Most 2014 pennies will show signs of wear from circulation, scratches, discoloration, and damage. But if you find one that looks like it was struck yesterday and has been stored carefully since, you may be holding on to a gold mine. Number 2, coloration. For Lincoln cents, coins are often described as red, RD, red-brown, RB, or brown, BN. Red coins, meaning they retain their original coppery red luster, are the most desirable. The $20,388 specimen was a bright RD, the rarest color grade to maintain over time, even for modern coins. Number 3, errors and varieties. This is where things get exciting. Some 2014 pennies have been found with double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and other minting errors. These errors aren't just cool to look at, they can drastically increase a coin's value. A 2014 penny with a strong doubling on the date, for instance, could fetch over $1,000 even in average condition. A misaligned die or off-center strike could make it even more desirable. These mistakes are rare but do happen, and collectors are always on the hunt for them. Now, let's talk numbers. In total, over 4.4 billion 2014 no-mint mark pennies were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. That makes this coin extremely common at face value. But among those billions, only a handful have been graded in mint state 69 red or have unique errors, and it's those handful that are now worth a fortune. So while 99.9% of 2014 pennies are worth just a cent, it's that tiny fraction, those rare gems, that could change your financial picture overnight. Here's the deal. If you want to find a 2014 no-mint mark Lincoln penny worth thousands, you'll need to search through uncirculated rolls, mint sets, and pocket change, paying close attention to the smallest details. Look under magnification for doubling on the date or liberty, check the rim for off-centering, and always check for original red shine. You can even weigh the coin. A standard 2014 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. Any deviation could signal a planchet error or wrong metal usage, and if you find a coin that looks flawless, consider submitting it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can make all the difference, and is often required if you plan to sell your coin for top dollar at auction. Let's not forget, stories like this aren't just about money, they're about history, discovery, and the thrill of the hunt. Finding a rare 2014 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny isn't just winning the lottery, it's uncovering a piece of modern American history that others have overlooked. A simple cent that turns out to be a once-in-a-generation treasure. So here's your mission. After watching this video, check your spare change, raid your coin jars, open those forgotten rolls in your drawer, and look at your 2014 pennies closely. You just might be sitting on a $20,388 miracle without even knowing it. And that wraps up our deep dive into the 2014 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, its fascinating history, the secrets behind its incredible value, and the keys to spotting a fortune in your own collection. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on the next rare coin reveal. Let us know in the comments, have you ever found a valuable penny in your change? Do you have a 2014 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent hiding somewhere? We want to hear your coin hunting stories. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting, and may your next penny be worth a fortune. Welcome back to our channel, where today we bring you another exciting video on rare and valuable US coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. If you're a coin collector, a history enthusiast, or someone simply hoping to find a fortune in everyday coins, then you're going to want to stick around for this one. Because today, we're diving deep into the 2016 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a modern treasure that's taken collectors by storm with a current market value soaring as high as $17,401. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny, minted just a few years ago in 2016, can be worth over $17,000 if you know what to look for. Let's begin with the origin and history of this coin. The Lincoln Cent series is one of the longest-running and most widely collected coin series in the United States. First issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this coin replaced the Indian head cent and marked the first time a real person, an actual U.S. president, was featured on American currency. The Lincoln cent has undergone several design changes over the decades, but its popularity has never waned. From the wheat ears on the reverse in its early years to the memorial building introduced in 1959, and then the shield design starting in 2010, the penny has seen a fascinating evolution. Now fast forward to 2016, a year that might not seem too distant but holds a surprising number of coin rarities and oddities, especially when it comes to the humble 1-cent piece. The 2016 Lincoln penny features the shield reverse design, introduced in 2010, which represents Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a single, unified country. The obverse, of course, still features the right-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner more than a century ago. But there's something unique about the no-mint Mark 2016 pennies that has caught the attention of collectors and propelled its value into the five-figure range. So, what exactly makes the 2016 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent so valuable? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and mint errors. Normally, coins minted in Philadelphia, where most of the no-mint Mark coins are produced, are not known for rarity. In fact, billions of pennies are struck each year at the Philadelphia Mint. However, certain 2016 pennies were released with rare and dramatic minting errors that occurred during the striking process, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, clipped planchets, and even missing letters or numbers. These error coins are not only rare but also highly sought after by collectors. A normal 2016 penny might only be worth a cent or two, but a 2016 penny with a unique error in pristine condition can skyrocket in value, and that brings us to coin grading. When determining the value of a coin like the 2016 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, with MS 70 being a perfect, flawless coin with full luster and sharp details. A 2016 penny graded MS 67, MS 68, or even MS 69 by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC can command significantly high prices. For instance, one 2016 penny with a flawless surface, beautiful red luster, and an off-center strike was recently sold at auction for an astonishing $17,401. That's right, $17,401 for a single 1-cent coin, simply because of its condition and era rarity. Now you're probably wondering, how can I tell if I have a valuable 2016 penny? First, check for the absence of a mint mark, which simply means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. That's normal. But then look closer. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe and inspect Lincoln's image, the lettering, and the date. Look for doubling, especially in the words, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty," or in the date itself. Check for any visible die cracks, die clashes, or odd shapes in the rim or edge of the coin. Coins that are off-center or missing part of their design are especially valuable. Also check for color and luster. Red-toned coins that haven't been handled much are worth significantly more than their brown or heavily circulated counterparts. It's also crucial to handle these coins properly. If you think you've found a rare or valuable penny, avoid touching it directly with your fingers. Use cotton gloves or hold it by the edges to prevent oil and dirt from damaging the coin's surface. Store it in a protective case or coin flip, and consider getting it professionally graded. A professional coin grading service will provide authentication and assign an official grade to your coin, which is essential if you want to sell it for maximum value. Now you may be asking, how did such a recent coin become so valuable so quickly? Well, that's part of what makes coin collecting so exciting. While many high-value coins are older, from the 1800s or early 1900s, sometimes modern coins with low mintage numbers or extraordinary minting errors can become valuable overnight. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for new discoveries, and as word spreads about certain rare coins, demand and prices rise rapidly. The 2016 No Mint Mark Lincoln cent with the right combination of mint error and high-grade condition has become one of these modern marvels. There may only be a handful of high-grade examples like this in the world, making them both valuable and elusive. Another factor is that newer coins are more likely to be in circulation, meaning you might actually find one in your pocket change or coin jar at home. Unlike a 1909 SVDB penny or a 1914 D Lincoln cent, which are extremely rare and often locked away in private collections, a 2016 era penny could still be out there, waiting to be discovered. And who knows? You might be the next lucky person to stumble upon one worth tens of thousands of dollars. Let's talk briefly about the collector's market. Demand for era coins has skyrocketed in the last few years, especially with younger generations becoming more interested in coins as both a hobby and an investment. Online auctions, coin shows, and social media platforms have brought collectors together like never before, and that means more visibility and higher competition for rare pieces like the 2016 No Mint Mark penny. If you're thinking of selling, now could be the perfect time. If you're a buyer or a collector, this coin is a must-have for your Lincoln cent collection. To sum it up, the 2016 No Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin is proof that even modern coins can be worth serious money. With the current market value reaching as high as $17,401, this little penny has earned a big reputation. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your coin collecting journey, be sure to check every 2016 penny you come across. Look for errors, examine the condition, and never underestimate what a single cent can be worth. You might just hold a small fortune in your hand without even realizing it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a valuable coin tip or treasure hunting opportunity. Share this video with your friends and family so they can check their coins too, because the next big find might be just a penny away. We'll see you in the next video. And until then, happy hunting, and keep checking your change. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of a modern-day marvel in coin collecting, the 2018 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin that many overlook, yet it could be hiding right in your pocket change and worth an unbelievable $14,901 in today's market. That's right, 1 cent turning into nearly $15,000. Stay tuned as we unravel the history, mystery, and reasons why this little copper-plated coin has taken the numismatic world by storm. Let's begin with a bit of background. The Lincoln cent has a long and legendary legacy. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, this penny has been in circulation for over a century. Over the decades, the design has changed subtly, but one thing that collectors always keep an eye on is the mint mark. For the 2018 Lincoln penny, those minted in Philadelphia typically don't carry a mint mark, while those struck in Denver bear a D. But here's the twist: even though the 2018 no mint mark penny is common, certain rare examples with unique features have surfaced and stunned collectors across the world. Now you might be thinking, it's just a modern penny. How can it be worth so much? And that's a great question. Let's break it down. In 2018, billions of Lincoln cents were struck. That's billions with a B. But not all pennies are created equal. Among these billions, a small number possess extraordinary qualities that make them exceptionally rare and valuable. One such example is the 2018 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent with extreme die errors, striking anomalies, and nearly flawless proof-like condition that skyrockets its desirability and market price. Let's explore some of the specific features that have made certain 2018 pennies worth thousands. First, we have double die obverse errors, where Lincoln's profile, the word Liberty, or the date appears double due to a misaligned die during the minting process. These errors are highly sought after by collectors, and depending on the severity and clarity of the doubling, they can add hundreds or even thousands to the value of the coin. Another reason some of these pennies are extremely valuable is because they were struck on the wrong planchet, for example, being struck on a dime planchet or a foreign coin blank, resulting in a penny that weighs differently and has strange edges or coloring. Another critical factor is grade and condition. Professional coin grading companies such as PCGS and NGC have received a limited number of 2018 no-mint mark pennies in near-perfect condition, particularly those graded MS69 or higher, which means mint state with almost no visible flaws under magnification. One such example, graded MS69 red, sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $14,901, and that sale ignited a wave of excitement in the numismatic community. Since then, collectors and treasure hunters have been scrambling to inspect their change jars, hoping to find a similar gem. Let's talk numbers. The average 2018 penny is worth, well, 1 cent. But if you find one in uncirculated condition with brilliant red luster and no scratches, it could be worth between $10 to $50. Now, if it shows signs of a rare die crack, doubling, or a planchet flaw, it could shoot up in value from $100 to $5,000 depending on the severity and rarity of the error. And if you're lucky enough to have it in nearly flawless mint state with exceptional eye appeal, the market has proven that these coins can reach highs like $14,901, or possibly even more in the future. Collectors are also keeping their eyes open for 2018 Lincoln pennies with unique striking anomalies, such as off-center strikes or coins that show cuds, which are raised, unstruck areas caused by a broken die. Even clipped planchets, where the coin appears to have a bite taken out of it, are valuable and can make a 2018 penny sell for hundreds of dollars on the collector's market. Each of these mint errors creates a one-of-a-kind coin that's a dream come true for numismatists. You might be asking, how do I find one? The answer is simple: check your change. Go through your coin jars, your wallets, and even ask for penny rolls from your local bank. When inspecting these coins, always use a magnifying glass and a good light source to look closely at the details, especially around the date, lettering, Lincoln's profile, and the edges. Any inconsistency, doubling, missing features, or unusual shapes could point to a valuable mint error. And if you think you've found something unusual, it's a smart idea to send your coin to a reputable grading company for authentication and evaluation. Now let's look at the current market trends. Since early 2024, the demand for error coins and high-grade modern pennies has risen dramatically. The coin collecting community is paying close attention to modern rarities because they're often overlooked and undervalued. The 2018 Lincoln cent has now become a key focus of this trend, and auctions have shown a steady increase in prices, especially for error specimens and top-graded coins. With more attention, the current top value of $14,901 may only be the beginning. As more collectors try to complete their modern penny sets or acquire rare varieties, competition drives prices even higher. Let's not forget the historical impact of Lincoln on American coinage. His presence on the penny since 1909 reminds us of the legacy and values he stood for: unity, freedom, and perseverance. So it's fitting that a modern penny bearing his image could bring a big reward to someone with a keen eye and a little patience. So, whether you're a lifelong collector or just getting started, keep your eyes open for that 2018 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. Don't dismiss it just because it's recent. It could be a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Remember, it only takes one lucky find to change your entire coin collecting journey. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2018 Lincoln penny and want more videos on valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Share your finds in the comments. Who knows, maybe you're holding the next $14,901 penny in your hand right now. See you in the next video. And as always, happy hunting! Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. In today's exciting episode, we are diving deep into the story of a modern coin that has taken the numismatic world by surprise: the 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. You heard that right, a seemingly ordinary penny from the year 2001 that could be hiding in your pocket change, worth as much as $18,299 in today's collector market. Grab your magnifying glasses, friends, because we're about to explore every detail, from its historical roots to the surprising reasons why this penny is now considered a hidden gem in the world of rare and valuable coins. Let's begin with a bit of history. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, originally designed by Victor David Brenner to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny has undergone several changes, from composition to design tweaks. But one thing that has remained constant is its place in every American's wallet, pocket, or piggy bank. However, even in the modern age, not all pennies are created equal. Some, like the 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, have features and errors that elevate their worth dramatically beyond 1 cent. The 2001 no-mint mark penny was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally does not use a mint mark on pennies. While this in itself is not unusual, what makes this particular coin stand out is the combination of condition, rarity, and collector demand. While millions were minted, very few have survived in flawless or near-flawless condition. Coins that are certified in MS67 or higher grades by grading authorities like PCGS or NGC can fetch thousands at auctions. But wait, what specifically makes the 2001 penny so special? What makes someone pay nearly $20,000 for a penny from this modern era? Let's break it down. First and foremost, we have condition and grade. A 2001 penny in average circulated condition is only worth face value, just 1 cent. However, if that same coin is in mint state condition, that means no scratches, no discoloration, no wear, and graded MS67 or MS68 by professional grading services, then you're looking at a serious collector item. In fact, an MS68 red example of the 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln penny sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $18,299, making it one of the most valuable pennies from the early 2000s. Next, let's talk about color designation, something many new collectors don't fully understand. Lincoln cents are categorized into 3 color types: red, RD, red-brown, RB, and brown, BN. The red designation is the most desirable for modern copper-plated zinc coins. A red penny retains nearly all of its original mint luster, giving it a bright, shiny appearance. That's exactly what collectors are looking for when bidding high amounts for coins like the 2001 Lincoln cent. Another important factor is strike quality and rarity in top grade. While the 2001 penny was mass-produced, coins that were struck with perfect precision and survived over 2 decades without getting dinged, scratched, or tarnished are extremely rare. And rarity in top condition is one of the driving forces behind high values in the coin market. Let's not forget the errors and varieties. While the standard no mint mark 2001 penny is already desirable and high grade, some examples have surfaced with striking errors that make them even more valuable. Look out for coins with off-center strikes, double die obverse, or die cracks, which collectors love. Some of these error coins from 2001 have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars depending on the severity and visibility of the error. So, how do you know if your 2001 no mint mark Lincoln cent is worth a small fortune? Here are some tips. First, check the mint mark. If it's missing, it likely came from the Philadelphia Mint, which is normal for this date. Examine the coin for mint luster. If it still shines bright red like the day it was minted, that's a great start. Inspect it under magnification for any doubling of letters or numbers, which could indicate a double die error. Check the centering of the design. Off-center strikes can be extremely valuable. Lastly, if you think your coin might be in near-perfect condition, consider sending it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A grading of MS67 or higher with a red color designation could put your coin in the elite category worth thousands of dollars. And now, let's talk about the current market value. In June 2025, the highest reported auction sale for a 2001 no mint mark Lincoln penny in pristine condition reached a stunning $18,299. This sale shocked the coin collecting community and sparked a renewed interest in modern Lincoln cents. Other high-grade examples have sold for $2,000 to $10,000, depending on the certification and demand at the time. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby anymore, it's a serious investment opportunity. And coins like the 2001 no mint mark Lincoln penny prove that even something as small as a 1-cent coin can hold incredible value. Who would have thought that a coin minted just over 20 years ago could become so valuable today? So what should you do now? Start by checking your pocket change, your coin jars, and even rolls of pennies from the bank. Keep an eye out for shiny, uncirculated examples of the 2001 penny. If you're lucky enough to find one in amazing condition, don't spend it. Protect it in a coin flip or plastic holder, and consider submitting it for grading. Also, remember that coin shows, estate sales, and online marketplaces can be goldmines for valuable coins, but only if you know what to look for. Armed with the knowledge from this video, you're now better equipped to spot these hidden treasures. Let's wrap this up with a reminder. The world of coins is full of surprises. A simple penny from 2001, seemingly worthless to most, could be your ticket to a small fortune. With a current market value as high as $18,299, it's time to give your spare change a second look. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more rare coin updates, and turn on notifications so you never miss a valuable coin alert. Share this video with your fellow collectors and help spread the word. Rare coins are everywhere, you just have to know where to look. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, your next penny could be worth thousands of dollars.